Yo, look at that.
All right, we are live. Welcome to the Island of Relevancy live stream slash podcast, whatever you want to call us. We're here. It's me, one of your highly gracious hosts, and of course, Frank, the way better looking host.
Oh, you're so
Let's
sweet.
talk wrestling. Let's talk wrestling.
I am excited after missing last week because I wasn't feeling good to actually get into some stuff this week.
Man, last week was actually terrible, so I don't think we missed much. It was
Well,
Raw and
I got
SmackDown.
I got a bone to pick. I got a bone to pick, and instead of doing a list tonight, I got a bone to pick with Mr. Levesque.
So, do
Levesque.
you want to start out with that, or you want to
Um,
l-
you know
l-
what?
lead
Let's
up to that?
start out with that. Um, actually, let's wait. I want to wait, and I want to see if we get some people to jump in because I want feedback on how I feel.
You know what? There's nothing wrong with wanting feedback on your feelings. I actually just had a long conversation with my wife about that. So I'm going to try to do better. I'm going to
Uh,
I'm gonna try to do better on giving positive feedback on people's feelings.
I don't have much positive feedback on what I'm saying.
But let's talk about one thing I wanted to talk about was Karrion Kross, right? Last week, the big news of the weekend going into last week was Karrion Kross becoming a free agent. He dropped like this 2 hour documentary. I watched maybe 2 minutes of it, and I still think it's a work. Like, and he's gone on the Rich Eisen, not the Rich Eisen show, Ariel Hawani, who is the greatest wrestling interviewer I've ever seen. He's a great interviewer, period. He's a great talking head. He's a great talk show host, whatever you want to call him. He's phenomenal. He's great. That
I
whole
like it.
interview I watched, and I don't believe anything Cross said. Like everything he says, he just I feel like I'm being worked, and I don't appreciate it.
I
Um,
I did not watch that yet.
mm,
It's on my I nickel and dime stuff at work. My attention span at work doesn't go that long anymore when I'm watching videos because I'm trying to work, but I'm not always working.
I respect that.
What's up to Brandon and Matt?
What's going on?
Um,
Definitely.
I I don't see Seth Rollins. You messed everybody up, and
Yes.
and you know what? With the Unreal document, I'm happy that we're messed up like this in a way because everybody assumed that after the Unreal document we'd know everything that was going on, and Seth Rollins was like, "Hold my beer, I'm gonna change all that."
Correct.
Seth Rollins went so far as to fool Rich Eisen,
Yes.
which, side note, I don't know if you watched Rich Eisen on Sports Center the other night.
I caught the clip of him giving a shout out to Stuart Scott and getting choked
Dude,
up. It got me
dude,
choked up.
he did the OG Sports Center opening from when he used to host, and the ending with the Stuart Scott thing got me too. It was great. It was great. It
Yeah,
was
I grew
really
up.
good to see him doing that again. I used to love watching him.
Yep.
That show
Those are
was
good. Those are good times, man.
they
Keith
were
Olbermann, Rich Eisen, Stuart Scott, and Dan Patrick. Like
yep.
those were like and of course like Chris Berman and stuff like that.
Keith Oberman was there too at that time. It was fun to watch Keith Oberman at that
Yeah,
time.
I don't think I didn't know Keith Olbermann still talked into a microphone. I
I
couldn't tell
I don't think he does,
you.
but
Yeah,
the last time I heard him talking to a microphone, I just wanted to go back to the Sports Center days. And yes,
right.
Brandon, I was just about to say that listening to Rich Eisen last night was as cool as the other side of the pillow. It's my favorite Stuart Scott quote.
Great. Yes. Cool the other side of the pillow. Dell
But
got it. Good times.
but back to your Karrion Kross thing.
Mhm.
Go ahead, because I have thoughts on it too. But I want you to finish what you were saying.
Well, I mean, so my question is if, because what makes it seem very ungenuine or disingenuous is usually after someone gets released or someone gets let go, even if their contract expires, usually there's a 90-day clause where they can't do anything. But like I'm reading reports on him getting booked for things, and I get like you want to get booked for things. You could get booked for something 2-3 months out. I understand that. But there's a lot. Like he immediately went to the alumni, page, and once again, I don't know it. I don't know anyone. I know Brian James, Paul Levesque. I know they watch the show. I know they listen to us. We're important minds. Yeah, exactly. We're important business minds or wrestling minds, speaking into microphones, and I don't have any insight to any of this stuff, but it just doesn't feel real. And once again, other than Karrion Kross going on that show, I think he went on another show, spoke to someone else, and it doesn't feel real. But my only question is, if it is all the work, what's the end game, right? So like if he is gonna come back to the WWE, like is he gonna do exactly what he did before, where he just showed up and attacked Drew McIntyre and went into an angle that went nowhere? Or is he gonna come back and insert himself? Like, because I feel like there's this "We Want Cross" chants that keep happening on all the shows now, which is annoying. It was annoying when they did it for CM Punk. It was it's annoying when they do it for everyone. Like I get it, you're trying to have a voice, but I don't know. What do you think would be the end game? And honestly, I think he should just go to the Indies and kill it, man. Matt Cardona has shown kind of given the blueprint. Cody Rhodes gave you the blueprint. Drew McIntyre gave you the blueprint. Go on the Indies and make a ton of money. You have a huge name. You're everyone loves him. Like he is a well-liked individual. He's a well-liked wrestler. He's a well-liked person. Him and Scarlett haven't burned any bridges. They can make probably more money outside of the WWE than they could inside the WWE. Scarlett in particular, another story for another day. But I mean,
Scarlett, give Cora Jade a call. Get some.
Oh
info.
my gosh! I mean, instant, millionaire again. I mean, they probably millionaire 2 times over.
I think it's a work to a point. Like, I think he'll be back, but
it was not great when they did it for Punk.
I don't see an angle for him really at all. They moved Sami on, and I think that's a mistake, but I understand why they moved him on. There's really no and we'll talk about that when we get into the other stuff. Sami officially went to SmackDown. LA Knight officially went to Raw. Sami going after the US title now is like a huge step back. Because
yes,
not even going after the Intercontinental title, you're going all the way down here to the US title. And again, growing up, that's how I looked at him. It was like the US European title, the TV title, which they don't have anymore, the Intercontinental title, and then you would go to the main event. And Sami going after the US belt, I mean, there's the US title picture is pretty crowded as it is, but you just spent months talking about how you're the underdog and all you want is a world championship, and now you're going to go chase Solo around. So if Karrion were to come back, what are you going to do? Insert him into that to keep going after Sami? I mean,
I pray not.
I hope not. And that's where I think it's a work to a point, because he didn't leave and he didn't scorch earth with WWE. He saying all the right things.
Correct.
And it's possible they just bring him back down the line. What would be what I would like to see? Maybe put him over, maybe go to TNA, because WWE is all but buying TNA. They haven't, but they have it in the palm of their hands. And I believe they have the right of first refusal. Like if somebody else wants to buy it, like if Tony Khan came in and said, yeah, I'm ready to buy TNA now, WWE could step in and go, no, we don't approve that, because they have this exclusive deal with them right now. But he
See, I didn't
definitely
know that.
he definitely should go to the Indies or like leave this behind now because they didn't do you any favors in your last few months.
I think he hit his ceiling, in all honesty. They wanted to make him a main event player. That's why they immediately put him in with Drew.
Yep.
And those matches were terrible.
Yeah.
Like, once again, if you can't have a great match with Drew McIntyre, who is a phenomenal wrestler, or Sami Zayn, who is top 10 wrestlers on the planet, say what you will, win-loss records notwithstanding, Sami Zayn could put on a great match with a broomstick. Like, the guy, he is a phenomenal worker, and he's a person who puts people over, right? He's the guy you send in to get you over as a bad guy, like as a heel. You want a monster heel push. Feed him feed Sami Zayn to him. He'll take the pin and make you look like he'll make you look like a monster.
He's almost more over than Cody at this point. He's just insanely over.
Well-loved, he is a well-loved individual, but he just puts on great matches. And that match at SummerSlam just was it wasn't a great match. It was barely a good match. It was an average match, which is sad because I want Karrion Kross to do well. I'm not a hater. I never wish for people to get fired. I don't, but I think he hit his ceiling. And he wants bigger things, as he should, right? As you should for your family, for your career. But in the WWE, I just think it's too many big fish. And while he's a great talent, and I think he has a great wrestling mind, I think he's gonna, at one point in time, he's gonna become kind of like Abyss, became a great backstage producer. He's gonna produce great epic main events down the line. He might become a manager. I feel like if he wanted to stay in WWE, that's the only route he takes to get where he wants to go. Because as a wrestler, I don't see, he's not better than Seth. He's not better than Roman. He's not better than LA Knight. He's not better. There's a lot of people ahead of him who has been a draw, right? They've been draws. I don't think he's ever, you don't see Karrion Kross's name and, instantly think, I'm going to go see that show to see Karrion Kross. Once again, and that sounds like really shade, a lot of shade going towards him, but everybody can't be a main eventer, right? In the WWE, you go to TNA, you're probably a big fish in a small pond in TNA. You go, not even AEW, he gets swallowed up in AEW. Yep. Aleister Black got swallowed up in AEW, and Aleister Black is a top tier wrestler. So, I mean, going to TNA, go to New Japan. I heard that rumor that he could possibly go. I think they would love him in Japan.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It sucks. But at the same time, like I said, they weren't doing him any favors either. They really weren't. And right now they're so crowded with talent in a good way. No, and again, Aleister Black came back and he's not doing anything either. No, you're right, Matt. He's not. And that's going to lead me into my other top. You know what? I'm just going to get it out of the way now.
Let's get it. Let's get it out the way.
The problem I have with Mr. Levesque at the moment is while Raw is the better of the two shows by far now, Raw has become paint by numbers. And what I mean by that is Raw opens with the Vision pretty much all the time. Raw ends with Roman Reigns coming down in the last 5 minutes of the night, either taking a beating or giving a beating. And it's the same cycle every single show now. It's you have limited time with Roman Reigns. And this is how you're choosing to use the guy that carried the company on his back for 3 years, through COVID, through rebuilding after COVID, through the sale to TKO. You're not using your biggest asset right now. I understand John Cena's taken front page on a lot, but he's on SmackDown. Roman has limited dates, and you're using him at the very end of the show. When Roman was the centerpiece, and Roman came out and got on the microphone, it was must-see TV every week. You knew Roman was going to start the show or Roman was going to end the show, and what Roman did on the microphone was wonderful. And you wanted to watch it every week. Now, like, you know, we're going to talk about the way Raw ended this week, the week before Roman. Was he on it the week before?
No,
Yeah.
he wasn't on it last week.
He wasn't on it the week before. And in 2 weeks before that, in 2 successive weeks, my man lost his shoes, which is funny. And I like it, but he hasn't addressed it yet. Like, if you get your shoes taken, that's something you want to come out and address the very first time. Now you got 2 pair of shoes, and the only thing he said was something basically off camera at the end of Raw this past Monday here in the great city of Philadelphia.
It was there. Oh man, we're gonna skip that show then. We'll talk about something else.
But I don't know if you're down booking him right now, because next year you're going to put him way up at the top again. Like, if you're going to come back next year and you're going to put him up at the top, at the pinnacle again, give him all the belts. Do the first time in history, give him both world championship belts. Give him the Intercontinental belt. Give him the US belt. Let him walk around like Mercedes is walking around in AEW with all the belts for like a month.
I mean, she doesn't have all the belts. She didn't beat Tony.
But she had like 7, 8 belts, right?
She does from different promotions. But
sure,
I get what you're saying.
I don't want to see Roman with the TNA belt or the NXT belt. I want Roman to have all the belts in the WWE, which would be hilarious, right? But it realistically, I just don't think again, I don't work for them. I don't know what they're doing down the line, but this just seems like they're not using one of your biggest stars the way you need to use them.
That's a really good point, and I can completely understand. And I agree to an extent, right? Because Roman works on such limited dates. It worked on SmackDown. Like, you just made great points. I can't really refute it. I just feel like they're trying to get Seth over. I think they're trying to get the Vision over, and that's why they're giving them so much time on the mic. They're just trying to get them over, and I don't think they need to do that. I think the overexposure is hurting them more than it's helping them, right? Just have Braun come out there and beat people up, right? I don't need, although, and we're going to get to this, I love the opening of Raw because
the opening of Raw in the great city of Philadelphia this past week was wonderful. But you can use Roman to get the Vision over too by letting him talk to them.
That definitely true. We do got a few comments. Kenny said Roman with the NXT belt would be great. No, come on.
I mean,
so many.
No, stop with his outfits, Matt. But no, now Kenny's next comment, I like this. So Kenny said, but in all seriousness, we can't keep complaining that the same people are in the main event and then complain when they're not in the main event. If that's in reference to what I'm saying about Roman, I'm not complaining that Roman is in the main event at all. I'm complaining that he's only in it this much right now. Now, I understand that they're doing the whole family thing and Roman's being the unselfish Roman right now, and it's a character growth thing. And I love that. Like, they took him from being the narcissistic tribal chief to now, you know, taking a spear at SummerSlam for Jay and for backing Jay and for holding Jay. He's propping Jay up.
He is.
And I love all of that. But you're not you need to let him talk a little bit, because he's not out of breath when he talks. And I love me Jey Uso, but Roman has better cardio.
For sure. I can't even dispute that. Like, everything you're saying makes total sense. I feel like there's a reason they're holding him back, and I wish I could understand why, because he's such a draw. Like, if you announce that Roman Reigns is going to be in Philly, you sell. I mean, they probably sold out anyway, but like, you're going to sell out 5 minutes faster. You're gonna set like you might even be able to boost some ticket prices because WWE, boy oh boy, they
Oh,
love boosting some damn ticket prices.
I
Cause
would love, I would have loved to have gone to Raw here in Philly. And I looked all the way up to like an hour before the show. I just wasn't, I wasn't ready to pay. My friend went and he 3 tickets was $600. And that's before parking. That's before food. That's before, you know,
oh,
well, what's it called now? The Xfinity Wireless Mobile Arena or whatever the frig it is. It's not the Wells Fargo Center anymore. It's all Xfinity now. You're talking $25 for a beer, $16 for a slice of pizza, like all of that stuff, and then the merch because I'm gonna buy me some t-shirts.
Bro, $600. We eating at home. I'm going there to watch a good show. I might drink a cup of water.
He was in the lower bowl, right? But he was right near the screen where they came in. So he was kind of a little bit off the screen. It wasn't bad seats.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad seats. You could see everybody coming out, and that was good because I saw he sent us some videos that he took. But I still am not paying $600. I got done my Geek Spot podcast Monday night. I went upstairs and I watched Raw on my couch while I played Destiny on the monitor. So I was happy.
For sure. I mean, man, see, I've never been to a Monday Night Raw. I've never been to a SmackDown. I've gone to a ton of house shows, but I've never.
And they don't
been
even do the house shows anymore, which again, that's driving the ticket prices for Raw because you're not getting. You would get a handful of shows coming through your city every year. You're not getting that anymore.
This is a very weird time for sports entertainment, for sports, period. Like, especially with everybody's deal coming up and all the TNT, like NBA going back to NBC, the ESPN acquisition of WWE, and then Paramount's acquisition of UFC. They've made so much money, but like where I want to say, I mean, I know where it's going. It's going in somebody's pockets. Like somebody's getting.
It's going in. It's eating into that.
And we're paying for it.
It's eating into that debt that TKO has.
Touche. At some point, I guess you gotta build a profit, and it's at the expense of us.
Well, yeah, unfortunately. Yeah. I mean, like my Raw, my ticket to WrestleMania was $1,000, and I'm okay with having paid that. I didn't pay. Matt paid for it on Matt's credit card, and I gave him some money a little bit over time. I think I still owe him like $1,000 in interest, but that's another whole nother thing. But I'm not going to pay. And we went to the Raw after WrestleMania, and it sucked. It was a huge. There were like 3 maybe moments in that Raw after WrestleMania that were any good, and those seats were like $200 and some for upper level. So I mean, the amount of money it's going to cost to go to Vegas for WrestleMania this year, I would love to go, but again, I can't afford. I have to take a home equity loan out to afford to go to Vegas to see WrestleMania for one night.
One night. I mean, but like Matt is saying, AEW is doing a Philly residency. You can go see Tony Storm. And I'm still upset I missed that AEW because Tony Storm, Mercedes Moné, their first time ever face-to-face was here in El Paso. And I was here doing this podcast, which I love to do, and I'll do it again. But man, I'm upset I missed Tony Storm. I love Tony. Love me some Mercedes too. Before
we get into the recaps, I will say I seen some articles where it's saying that WWE wants to try and put AEW out of business. They're going against them and stuff. And I just honestly stop. And that's a weird thing to say, right? But I want AEW around. And I don't think maybe we didn't realize it back in the day when WCW was around. Why would you want to stop another promotion that's giving you another place to watch wrestling? I mean, if you you can hate AEW all you want. The matches are okay and the stories aren't the greatest because he doesn't have the right person building his stories out. Right? But I want them to be on the level with not all the way up, but it's another play. What are all those wrestlers? Where are all those wrestlers going to go? What are they can't come over to the WWE and just sit and do nothing. At least I'm not watching AEW, but at least it's another place for wrestling fans to watch wrestling.
I agree with what Kenny said. I don't think they really want to put them out of business, but I do think that they want to solidify themselves as the preeminent, which they are, right? Let's not even kid ourselves. AEW has great wrestlers. They put on great shows, but they're not WWE. Like
No, not at all. And there's a good point too. AEW made WWE step up their game.
Correct. 100% agree.
Except that SmackDown isn't watching AEW, so they're not stepping their game.
SmackDown probably should watch something, because that's a great segue. I enjoy AEW in small doses. I can watch some of the matches, but like you said, I'm in it for the stories. I'm in it for the characters. I love seeing, Sami Zayn. I love seeing Roman Reigns. And AEW has some no. No. But AEW has some great wrestlers. I mean, they have phenomenal wrestlers. Kenny Omega, top 3 in the world. Kazuchika Okada, top 3 in the world. And then you have Seth Rollins. Like that. That's my top 3. I'll be totally honest. Kenny Omega, Seth Rollins, Kazuchika Okada. Those are the top 3 wrestlers in the world to me. And AEW has 2 of those guys. Storytelling wise, they just don't have it, right? To me.
No.
And SmackDown is falling. Go ahead.
It's because Tony Khan is the only one driving the stories for the most part. He's trying to be like a Vince McMahon, but he doesn't even have, even some of the most outlandish shit that Vince McMahon did worked. Tony seems to be really doing is all right, well, let's see how bloody we can get Jon Moxley this week. All right, well, let's that seems to be the thing. And I don't watch it, so I'm not up on everything that they're doing.
I mean, there are fans who love that, right?
Sure, absolutely.
There were people who hated ECW when that was the thing.
I loved ECW back then.
I think I've aged out of it. I couldn't watch ECW right now. If ECW is on right now, I would just be like, no. Because that's where AEW is doing a lot of innovative things. They have very innovative matches. Everybody wants to bleed. I don't think that's necessary. But at the same time, Kenny's right. I do think that NXT is one of the best produced shows on a weekly basis. There are very few lulls when you watch NXT, if you're invested in NXT. If you don't watch NXT, then you probably won't get it.
Right.
Because you don't know those people. It's kind of like when Javon Evans came to SmackDown. People were sitting on their hands. Javon Evans is the future of the business. That kid is uber talented. He is a special dude. Is 20 years old doing things that he has no business doing in the ring. Just like Roxanne Perez. She's 24 years old. That's insane.
Yep.
That is insane to think that she's so young, but she's so experienced. And his nickname's the Young OG. He earned it. He is gifted in ways that, and hopefully by the time he's in his 30s, he still has that athleticism. He still has that drive. But that kid is special.
He's like me with his athleticism.
I completely agree. I can see the parallels. Yeah. I can definitely see the parallels.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree with that. I can't even tell you I remember what I was doing at 20 years old, let alone being on national television shows like this. And 24 years old, Roxanne Perez, I was just starting to get into my drinking time. And it's crazy to think about. And more power to them.
For sure. And I definitely remember watching it. ECW used to come on MSG. the Madison Square Garden Network in New York City at 1 a.m. Friday nights, and I would watch it. When I found it like on a whim. Like nobody talked about ECW until everybody talked about ECW. It was like that. It was that thing that nobody knew about. You'd be like, "Have you seen ECW? What's ECW?" And then it just became a huge cultural phenomenon, and it really did. And Paul was completely correct on Monday when he said it. It changed the business.
It absolutely did. Those shows, I didn't go to a lot of shows, but I went to a handful of shows because it was local. It was local to me, and I went. One show, and I'm pretty sure I told this story before. My friend Pete, I think it was my friend Pete, was like, "Bring a hockey stick." I was like, "What? Bring a hockey stick?" Okay. And they took the hockey stick out of my hand and beat somebody over the head with it, snapped it in half, and I was like,
"I loved it.
That was my hockey stick."
That was a boy. People bringing fire pans.
Yeah, people would bring stuff, and they'd hit it with toasters and frying pans and just weird stuff. It was a really, really weird time.
Very.
And now, speaking of weird times,
yes,
SmackDown is a weird time. Okay, and I know we're not going to spend a ton of time on SmackDown.
No.
But so we're going back 2 weeks because we didn't catch up on it was the 8th right after SummerSlam SmackDown.
We have to?
Here's all we got to do.
Let's do it.
Came out, called out Brock Lesnar a little bit. Logan Paul came out. We got a match. Cool. I loved it. I loved the John Cena thing.
Yes.
Drew McIntyre came out, blindsided him. Cody came out for the save. Now we got a tag team match at the end of the night. John Cena and Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. I think we could say, honestly now, and John Cena has said it himself pretty much, that John Cena's heel turn was an utter failure. It just didn't work.
Was it though? Man, I don't agree.
Okay. Let me back up a second. Utter failure is too harsh. It didn't hit the way it should have hit, but what I think it did was it stopped the shitty "we hate Cena" chants. And it got John Cena around again to be cheered for his final 11 dates instead of the booing and the Cena sucks stuff that was going on. Now, if people are chanting Cena sucks, it's more of a goof haha thing, right? I think that's what that heel turn did. I can't wait for him to be done wrestling so that we can get the full real story on how he feels about Dwayne. Because there's definitely something there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't think it was going great. I think there was some missteps, but I'm happier seeing him as a good guy right now.
I think it started off hot and then it kind of fizzled because they ran out of things. Like it started off really, like the first 3 weeks to a month, I thought was great. And then he started missing dates. And he wasn't missing dates. He just wasn't booked for those dates. And that absence didn't help, right? Because once again, when you don't have Cody there, because Cody is the ultimate person. If you're not available, Cody's gonna put in a promo to kind of get you to the next match. And it kind of just fell. It fell a little short of where they were going, and that wasn't. I don't think that was John Cena's fault. I think that was terrible booking.
I agree with that. So you have that match. Then you have, I think it's 30 minutes into SmackDown. Again, this is August 8th. This is 2 weeks ago. 30 minutes into SmackDown before we get to a match. And it's the Motor City Machine Guns versus JC Mateo and Tama Tonga, and they won. Cool. Or Tala Tonga or whatever.
The MVPs, those guys.
And they were in Quebec. So we got Sami Zayn comes out, and Sami Zayn beats Solo in a non-title match. Great. Cool. Wasn't a bad match. It was an okay match. Yeah. Sammy's always going to put on a good match, and when Solo's being funny, Solo can put on a good match.
Oh yeah, he can. I'm a Solo fan. I love me some Solo Sikoa.
Charlotte versus Chelsea Green. That was fun. That was fun.
As it should be.
It was supposed to be a title birthday thing, and Charlotte brought out a doll to match Lily, which
Charlie.
But that was funny.
Yes.
That was funny.
Yes.
That was funny. Why does Solo keep getting pinned, Kenny?
Great question, Kenny.
I don't know why you're going to let... I think because it was Quebec and it was Sami, and that's the only reason. But why would you use Solo to pin? He's your champion. You're undervaluing your belt by letting... Did Roman get pinned when he was the champion? Nope.
No.
Did Cody get pinned when he was the champion? Nope. Does the greatest Intercontinental champion of all time get pinned for a loss in a tag team match?
Dom lose a match? No, come on.
No.
Come on.
No.
Come on.
I love Charlotte and Alexa.
Yes.
I think that pairing has worked way better than even WWE thought it would.
Correct.
The two of them, just because they're so friendly outside the ring, their chemistry when they're just, I've said it before, when they're walking to the ring is awesome. It's great.
They have it, as they say in the business.
Yes. And then we have the Logan Paul versus Drew. Logan Paul and Drew versus Cena and Cody. Okay.
It gets us to where we need to go.
It did. The best part of SmackDown that night was the Cena R-Truth segment backstage.
Yes.
It was the best part of SmackDown was them mirroring each other and then Cena basically blaming him for being a bad guy for the last 5 months.
For the heel run. Yes. Great.
It was great.
Great moment.
Side note to that, R-Truth did come out and say that his serious persona is gone for good.
I don't believe that, but I think that's a good thing in all honesty.
I do too. So there we have. That was SmackDown. That was an easy SmackDown recap.
And Kenny, to your point, you're right. Sami could have wrestled anyone. Yep. Carmelo Hayes, we're gonna get to him because boy oh boy, we're gonna get to him. You want to talk about Raw recycling things? What is SmackDown doing? They're running the same storyline that they ran 5 months ago or something like that.
Kenny said earlier that he missed SmackDown on Friday for the first time in I think a long time. I didn't care enough about it to really pay that much attention, and it sucks. It sucks. It sucks. He just said that recently, so I don't know. This was the R-Truth thing was just like today or yesterday. I think he said it. So I don't know. Like we said at the beginning of the show, thank you, Seth Rollins. We don't know what the hell's real and what's not anymore, which isn't a bad thing. I like to be kept guessing on something.
Correct. But this week's SmackDown, we had Sami. I think Sami opened up the show, or Solo opened up a show. The MFTs come down there just looking goofy. Like, I love Solo. I don't like anybody else of the MFTs. Like, Tala just looks goofy. Tonga Loa is great. I loved it because he's just there looking goofy 90% of the time. And JC Mateo is just short. And he is short with a big belly. And I just find him. He's built don't like disrespect Taz. Don't disrespect Taz like that.
He's built like Taz.
But yeah, I love Solo. I love goofy wrestling. Like I love
sure.
the comedic wrestling or comedic personalities within wrestling. I don't think the MFTs are supposed to be as goofy as they come across. Like I think they really think that they're supposed to come across as badasses.
So this little recap I'm reading, this line, the portion of Sikoa's promo before Zayn showed up sounded like it was written by ChatGPT. It was about as generic as you could get. Even his usual funny delivery couldn't make it interesting.
I believe that because I when I turned on SmackDown, Sammy was in the like he was coming to the ring and he just said he was a member of SmackDown now,
Right.
which makes no sense. But okay,
I,
I mean,
the
like
only reason he's a member of SmackDown is to chase the U.S. title.
yes,
Giving him the U.S. title is just means nothing. Like, I don't know how they're gonna or what they're gonna do with that yet.
I don't even think he's gonna win it though. That's the thing.
Well,
I don't
that's
think
what I'm
he's
saying
gonna
is I don't
win.
know what the point in Sammy going after him is, because now if Sammy's on SmackDown, does that mean he's going after Cody for Cody's belt? Like, Sammy on Raw at least made sense, because if he's going after the world championship that Seth has. But now that you're on SmackDown, you know,
I'm gonna respectfully disagree, Kenny. The best mic work on WWE comes from Jackie Redmond. So I won't take any other answer when it comes to the best person on the mic. I love Jackie Redmond. Becky Lynch had one good line in 2025 when she ethered Nikki Bella, but other than that, I'm still not a fan of her on the mic.
um, so yeah, you tuned in right about the time where Nick came out and said that
Yeah.
Sammy's on SmackDown and there's going to be a 6-man tag for the main event. Cool.
Jacob comes down, Jimmy comes down. I could have cared less. Like it.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then we get Alexa Bliss versus Piper Niven. Fun match. But
I'm a huge Piper fan. But at some point, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing with the Secret Service? Like, I get what Chelsea's always going to make anything work,
yep.
but I kind of feel bad for Piper Niven because I think she is a phenomenal wrestler. And having her with Chelsea is not the worst thing in the world, but at the
No.
same time, it's not helping her. Like it's not getting her to any level, not the next level. She's just kind of there. And I feel bad because I think she is instead of Nia Jax getting 15 title shots, let's give Piper Niven a chance to run with a main event storyline. I think she could do it.
Yeah. I totally agree with that. And
I'm
then you
sorry.
want to talk about this next match, I assume.
Hold on. I
I
just
don't know.
Kenny. I don't have an anti-Irish. I just don't
All
like
right.
Lyra. I just don't like Lyra or Becky's mic work. Becky had a phenomenal interview with Cody Rhodes on What's Your Story. Not What's Your Story. What do you want to talk about? That was a great. I love just Becky talking. Great time. They had a great funny conversation, but her trying to do a promo 90 not 90 about 70% of the time it just doesn't hit for me. So so I don't have an anti-Irish. Lyra's
I
terrible to
hope
me.
not.
Like let's
I mean, look, I love Becky on the mic. I don't like when there's a microphone within 100 feet of Lyra. Okay? Make that in the arena near Lyra.
right.
I
Oh,
do
man.
too. I started the Becky Cody interview, and I like Becky when she's normal and just chit chatting like that.
Oh,
So yeah, I so you want to talk about the match that happened next, right? We get Melodont Miz versus Fraxium.
yeah. Once again, I'm sorry, you were saying something? You kind of cut off.
No, I was saying you wanted to talk about Carmelo Hayes, right?
Yeah. So what are we doing? Like why is Carmelo Hayes back with the Miz? Love the Miz. Miz is a first ballot Hall of Famer. He is not one of the he is the most underrated wrestler of all time. Like he doesn't get the credit. First two-time Grand Slam champion. I could care less about him teaming with Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes gets nothing from this. Like I thought he would, but he hasn't. and this pairing does nothing for him.
It was a good match. The only possibility I can see coming from this is Melo versus Miz at some point.
Yeah, but
Matt, we're going to talk about Pam in a couple minutes. Don't you worry.
I mean, but like at the same time, we had Grayson Waller and Austin Theory pair up for like 2 years and breaking up for at least a year and a half of that. So I don't trust the WWE to know what to do with these random pairings that they put together.
I don't trust SmackDown with the random pairings right now.
Touche.
I think that's what I think too. I think this is going to heat Melo up, and he's going to have a big feud with Miz, and it's going to work for him. Yo, Melo versus Miz at WrestlePalooza.
WrestlePalooza sounds like something that is going to happen at the bingo hall down the street.
Let me tell you what it used to. Let me tell you what. I'm gonna read this quote that my friend said because I was doing something funny. I promised him I would say it on here tonight, and I would give him credit for it. I said, "Where is it? On a scale, is a Palooza higher or lower than a Mania?" Right? And he answered me with, "That's a good question. I believe Mania is higher only because it's literally a term of pure chaos and the unknown. Palooza is more so a refined party that has potential to go off the rails but never truly does. I believe on the scale, a good old-fashioned hootenanny is above a Palooza."
Okay. In 2026, we have to have a wrestling hootenanny.
I would love a hootenanny.
Oh,
I would also like to see your camera come back. T
Give
disappeared.
me one moment. Let me try to get this fixed. I'm
gonna go back. Kenny, I agree with what you're saying about Melo and Miz. I think that's where this whole thing is leading. That match was a great match. It was a fun match. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to see the dissension and with Miz tagging himself in to do his finisher. I would like to see a Wrestle Hootenanny, and a Wrestle Hootenanny 2 and a Wrestle Hootenanny 3. I'm all in for a Wrestle Hootenanny. Maybe the Undertaker can host it. After the Fraxium. Oh, there he is. There he is.
All right. I hope this camera doesn't overheat again.
Oh, I hope not.
Yeah.
It's not as fun just hearing you.
No. Well, I have a backup. I have a backup plan in case it does, but let's hope we stay the course. But a wrestling hootenanny, hootenanny, I'm so for that. I'd pay for that.
So after the Melo Miz Fraxium match, which was really good, we have another version of DIY versus Street Profits. Good match. Really good match.
The SmackDown tag division, they can't put bad matches. Like, they can't put on bad matches. They put on matches that I don't care about, but at the same time, they're still great wrestling matches because all of those guys are great wrestlers. Like, they really are. Like, Melo and The Miz are phenomenal wrestlers. I just don't think they should be teaming. Bring back the Awesome Truth. Yeah.
I don't. Maybe.
Why
if
not?
you're going to bring back Awesome Truth, that probably means that's the end of R-Truth in WWE. That I could see that as his final run.
Yeah, I could see that.
I can't suspect he has a long contract this time.
Probably not. Maybe a year, maybe 2 at the most.
Maybe. And then, then we get to the main event, and it's the MFT versus Sami, Jimmy, and Jacob. And, paint by numbers.
Yeah. It's
the good guys beat the bad guys.
I have no thoughts on. I would love to love Solo, Jacob, Sami, Jimmy. Like, I would love to love this whole thing, but this ain't the bloodline. I think they were trying to recapture something
Yep.
with Solo,
Yep.
and it's just different. I think they're just going about it the wrong way.
Me too.
I don't know how to go about it, but this ain't the way to go about it. Right?
No, it looks like the formula for SmackDown is going to be 4 matches and a bunch of backstage stuff. That's fine if you, I don't know. SmackDown is
I'd
just
watch that.
SmackDown.
I
would
watched
watch.
45.
Go ahead. What did he say?
Gotta have a 45-minute Sheamus versus Rusev, 60-minute Iron Man match. 60, well, that
Yeah,
it's an
that's
oxymoron. 60-minute Iron Man, last man standing Pujami prison match at the Wrestling Hootenanny. As long as their music played the entire time, kind of like AEW Blood and Guts, or yeah, I think it is Blood and Guts where they play the whole time. It's like some Extreme Rules match where the music plays the entire time, and it's hilarious. It's not that. It's not. God, I can't remember what it's called. Doesn't matter.
the place I play hockey at on Thursdays and Sunday mornings. They play music over the speakers during the whole game. Usually, guy just puts on Spotify and he puts on that DJ thing, and it like runs. And like when it gets country, like people yell at him to change it. And the one Sunday morning, it was 9:30 on a Sunday morning, and it was gangster rap, and it's all white people. It's all white people and gangster rap, and then all these kids started showing up, and he stopped it. And I'm like, you suck. I was enjoying playing hockey to gangster rap. Come on now.
That reminds me of one. So my time in the Army, we used to go on these battalion runs, right? The entire battalion gets up 5 o'clock in the morning. It's dark outside. Let's run, right? But they would always have everybody form up, and they'd be playing like the Rocky theme song, some Iron Maiden, like something that's supposed to get you in the mind of running. Yeah. So one morning we get out there and the guys start speaking. They getting everybody pumped up. You guys ready to go on a run? Because everybody's saying "whoa" and all this army stuff. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't want to do anything but go back to bed. But we got to go on this 4-mile run. They start playing music, and like the Rocky theme comes on at first. And then it starts playing R. Kelly. This is in the late 90s. This is probably like 1999 or something like that. And R. Kelly, like Bump and Grind comes on. And everybody's look, it's dark outside. You could barely see the guy next to you. And it was like, why are they playing R. Kelly? And then that song went off. They let it play all the way through. And the next song was another R. Kelly song. And everybody just started laughing. It was like, why are we like, let's run. Why are we still listening to slow, like not even fast-paced R. Kelly stuff, like slow art, like love making music at 5 o'clock in the morning. Hilarious.
That's
pretty funny. Awesome. But you know what else is awesome? Monday Night Raw, right?
Monday Night Raw has been fun.
Monday Night Raw has been fun. 2 weeks ago, I didn't think it was that fun. This week, I think they made up for everything, right? This week's Raw was phenomenal.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Did we skip what Drew did to Cody?
We did,
that, right?
We did
skip that. At the end of the tag team match, Cody was laying down in front of the table, and Drew Claymore kicked him through the side of the table, or through the front of the table. That was awesome.
So Drew McIntyre is an all-timer. Like he is, and he's great in every spot you put him in, right? And what's funny, another one of those WWE ruses, because everybody said he was supposed to be taking a long time off. Like I heard that report. Oh, Drew McIntyre is going to be taking a sabbatical, or he's going to be taking a long time off.
Yep.
And he didn't. Same thing with Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn is going to be taking a large chunk of the rest of 2025 off, and he was there the next week. Right. So weird. These reports that keep coming out saying one thing, and I almost feel like the WWE hears those reports. They might have had them planned to take a long time off, and they're like, "No, we're going to do the opposite." I feel like Paul is that type of person. Like he just seems like that type of person that just would
Yeah.
just do these things just to spite Dave Meltzer and all of those other guys who report
Mhm.
The Sean Roth Sapps of the world.
I think people like Sean more than people like Dave.
Oh, for sure.
I won't even reference something that Dave says. Like if I see
Correct.
Dave say something, I will look that up so that I can find someone else to repeat that this is said.
Correct, because he just says
Yes.
he's a terrible journalist,
I
but
don't like him
that's
as a
neither here.
journalist.
Yeah. I don't know him as a person. I probably don't think I would like him as a person either, but
Probably not.
that's just me.
So we're going to go back 2 weeks.
Let's do it.
Okay. So 2 weeks ago, we were told that Naomi was not medically cleared to wrestle Iyo Sky for the belt that night. Everybody had all kinds of speculations and we don't know what's happening. Ooh, mystery. Cool.
I was completely engrossed in this mystery because I didn't know.
I mean, everybody figured it out, but we still don't know. So we're 2 weeks ago, so we don't know. Okay. Speculate. T's favorite wrestler kicked off the show.
The gobbledygooker?
The gobbledygooker did come down to Cult of Personality.
Yes.
CM Punk kicked off the show in Quebec City. And of course gets the standing ovation.
Of course. People love him.
Most people love him.
Yeah,
Some people don't like him. He did his thing. He started talking. He said his stuff. LA Knight came down. Huge ovation. Everybody loves LA Knight.
Super over.
Super over. Sadly, never winning a belt. Super over.
Probably not, unfortunately.
Maybe they bring the TV title back for him.
Yeah.
They do their little back and forth. Paul Heyman comes down. Look, Paul Heyman's funny. Paul Heyman speaking the only 3 French words he knows was funny. Then you get your main event for the night set up. Bronson Reed and Breakker versus Punk and Knight. Okay.
What did you think? What did you think of LA Knight and Punk on the mic going their verbal sparring? What did you think of that?
I think LA Knight can hang with Punk when he's not overthinking what he says. I think Punk is still probably top 3 on the microphone of all time. Love him or hate him, he's great on the microphone.
Oh, for sure.
He knows how to work that. I think LA Knight can hang with him if he's just not thinking what his next line's supposed to be. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yes, he messes up a lot.
He did
when he's with Punk. Like when he's going against Punk, he messes up a lot. I noticed that more than anybody else.
But this is literally like the oldest trope in the book is the partners that don't like each other. It literally it's line by line from that playbook. That's fine.
The mega powers coming together.
Yeah. Nothing will ever come that close to being that awesome.
Yeah.
Ever. Never. It wasn't a bad segment, but yeah, LA Knight does have a lot of hiccups against CM Punk.
It's weird. It is weird to me because I just noticed that he's great. LA Knight's great on the mic, even if I think he's a Stone Cold Rock ripoff. Like I think he's a amalgam of the two. That's definitely not a word, I don't think. But
whatever. I know what you mean.
He's a mixture of the two, and I mean, but once again, everyone loves LA Knight. I find him to be a little stale because he's been doing the same shtick for the last 2 years, maybe even 3. And there's been like no evolution of LA Knight. Like at some
No.
point, even The Rock stopped doing, SmackDown Hotel. Like
here.
he went to different things. Stone Cold went to different things. He evolved as a character over the years. I mean, LA Knight's kind of remained consistent with what he's doing, which is not bad. Like he's not a bad promo. He's not a bad wrestler, but he needs to evolve at some point.
We get to the first match of the night, and we get AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, which is a weird pairing.
Very.
Versus greatest Intercontinental Champion of our generation and El Grande Americano. Two. We'll call him two. El Grande Americano the second.
I don't.
I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. El Grande Americano, the taller version of him, the one that he just got leaner up.
I mean, he just grew. He just grew. People grew. Humans grow, right? Humans can grow.
This was a fun match.
It was.
This is a fun match that Dirty Dom did what Dirty Dom does, and he put the steel plate into the mask that he puts on and off when he feels like it. And he headbutted AJ. And the tall Americano got the pin and the win. Fun match.
I don't understand why you keep separating. He's on Grande Americano.
This is the multiverse of Grande, right?
Yeah, I could.
Now, this is still better than the multiverse of madness. I'm just saying.
Probably yes.
I'm just saying it is. Now it was really weird though that the Canadian crowd was chanting Ludwig Kaiser for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe they want to see him. Maybe they're trying to call him out from the back.
For sure. But, I mean, we haven't seen him proper in a while. So I think instead of chanting "We want Kross," we should be chanting "We want Kaiser." Because I would love Ludwig Kaiser to come on out and put on a good wrestling match.
Yeah. There was a sick ass Grande Americano Berlin. I like it, Kenny. There was a sick move where Dragon Lee monkey flipped Dom into a Styles clash.
Amazing. Great segment.
Crazy.
Yes, that was a great spot. Like that. AJ Styles, it's hard to say he's underrated because everybody who knows ball understands how great AJ Styles is. Like The Miz did the Rich Eisen show last week, and Rich Eisen's been out for like a week, and different people hosted the Rich Eisen show. Seth hosted the Rich Eisen show again afterwards, and The Miz was running down like all of these like young superstars that he saw potential in. And at one point he said, he was like, I wrestled AJ Styles when he just got to the WWE. And I saw so much potential. And I was like, AJ Styles had been the greatest TNA wrestler. By the time he got to WWE, one, he was like the New Japan. He is the inventor of the Bullet Club. Like he brought the Bullet Club to New Japan. Like AJ Styles was a top 5 wrestler in the world when he came to WWE. And The Miz just saying that.
He was 38 when he came to WWE 10 years ago.
Yes. He was saying like he was going in with a rookie, and he had a great match with a rookie. And I thought that was hilarious that because he did mention a bunch of other rookies, and then he mentioned AJ Styles. I was like, AJ Styles was like a 15-year vet when he got to the WWE.
Right. I honestly, Kenny, I honestly think AJ is going to end up taking the belt off Dom.
I don't think so. No, actually, no, you're right. No, you're right. Because they're heading towards. I think they're heading towards Dom taking over AAA for a little while.
Dom, so Liv is out for sure until 2026. Liv is not coming back this year at all. There were rumors. She's not. she'll make her re-debut most likely at the Royal Rumble in
the Rumble.
2026, which
Great
makes the
moment,
most
too.
sense.
Mhm.
And when she comes back, she is going to get a monster pop.
Huge.
But I like that Dom going to AAA and running AAA for a while because I think he's going to beat Vikingo.
For sure. Like, I don't think that them booing Vikingo, which is weird, and
Crazy,
Jarrett
right?
talking, calling for Alberto Del Rio. Bless their hearts.
There's wrestlers that are calling for him to come back. Roman Reigns is behind bringing Alberto back from what I was reading. That's crazy.
That's a little crazy, but I mean,
Y'all just want to twist Charlotte all the way up.
I don't.
Wait,
I
I'm
don't.
sorry. That's Paige. My bad.
Yeah, Paige. I don't.
Andrade's already there.
I don't know. I don't know Alberto Del Rio. I don't know what kind of person he really is. I know what's
Neither
being
do I.
reported, and he doesn't really help himself. Like when it comes to these things, like he doesn't really get out in front of anything. Everything that I've seen, he's kind of reinforced it, and not with his actions in the ring, because I understand character work and all that stuff, but just things that I've seen, things that I've heard him say, out of his own mouth.
Right.
But I do think Dom is going to beat Vikingo only because Dom is massively over in Mexico.
Crazy.
Like Dom, I mean, Rey Mysterio is the GOAT in Mexico. He is the second greatest luchador, and Dom is the first greatest luchador. So
Correct.
like he is over. Like, I mean, they booed Vikingo out of the building when he pinned
Crazy, right?
Dom.
Now,
Like,
I know Kenny's asking how great AAA was, and I would like to hear your thoughts on that in between the two Raws, because I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it either.
All right, well,
I saw the clip of
then never
Demon
mind.
making his debut at Triple Mania. Finn Balor, another underrated wrestler. I don't think Finn Balor gets the credit that he deserves. But
No,
Demon
God,
Balor
no.
and Leyeska at Triple Mania was hilarious.
I would love to buy that puppet, but I ain't spending $100 on a damn puppet.
Yeah, no thanks.
No, I'd rather spend $600 on a replica belt than buy the $100 puppet.
And I will talk about one more thing about Triple Mania in between the Raws.
Okay.
Actually, once we get to the next Raw, I'll discuss something else that I noticed at Triple Mania that I think needs to be addressed really soon on live TV.
So we get Sami Zayn versus Rusev, and Sami don't want no help from Sheamus. Cool.
I would take all the help I could get against Rusev. Rusev is pretty scary.
Sami beat Rusev by disqualification because Solo showed up and beat him down.
Man, that was surprising. That actually surprised me because I didn't see that coming.
No.
But once it happened, I was like, "Why is this happening? Why is this on my television?"
And now we know.
Now?
And now we know why.
Yeah.
Because that is what led Sami to go to SmackDown.
Correct.
Okay. That was a match. That was an okay match. We go to another match. It was a lot better than that. We got Iyo versus Roxanne. Two small girls just going at it. I'm sorry, two small ladies going at it.
Great.
Oh, it's a good match.
Great match. Those two, great chemistry.
Oh, yes. So before the match, Asuka and Kairi Sane told Iyo they'd be there for her, and she said, No, I'm good. I can do this by myself. So
I thought the same thing, Kenny. I thought that that Sami and Rusev match was going to lead to a triple threat as well, which I would have liked a lot better than what we got.
Yeah. Yeah. So I can't say that there's a better female wrestler on the Raw roster right now than Iyo Sky. As a whole, she absolutely is the MVP of this year on that roster. Roxanne's good.
Raquel is
Raquel's good, and Rhea obviously good, but Iyo has like stepped the game up, and there was a weird finish. Raquel joined in. Iyo bounced off the ropes and almost hit them and stopped, and then Roxanne came and pushed her into them and knocked them off the ring, rolled her up, handful of tights, 1, 2, 3. Roxanne beats Iyo. Still a great match.
phenomenal.
I understand the finish, but I really just wish it was a cleaner match because those two just have such good chemistry together.
They do, but I like the finish because Roxanne is just healing it up. Like she and I like that character. I like her character work. And she's she's doing what heels should do to try to get wins.
And that's fine. It's fine. Then we move on to what was going to be one of the better matches of the evening: Maxine Dupree versus Becky Lynch. I mean, look, there was no way in hell that you knew Maxine was going to do anything. She got a few moments to shine, but she just is not. She's not ring ready for the main roster.
And that's okay.
It is. I like okay. Maxine, and Maxine, God bless her. I've seen videos. She's putting in the work with Natty, and she's really, really trying. She's just not there yet. There were a lot of spots that she missed or didn't quite get where she needed to be. I don't want to use the word botch, but there were a lot of spots where she didn't get to where she needed to be. And Becky really did help her out a lot through that match. It wasn't a long match. It was a quick little match. And Lynch tapped her out.
And Kenny just asked the serious question.
And that's kind of what I was going to say. Maxine should be in NXT. Kenny's question is, why isn't she in NXT?
I don't think, I'll be totally honest. Some people got it and some people don't. Maxine's a great athlete.
Yes.
That doesn't necessarily equate to becoming a great wrestler all the time, right? Some people, and I think her timing, and one thing I've noticed when it comes to women's wrestling is timing is everything.
Yep.
Like the men have there's a natural rhythm to a men's match. For women's matches, I noticed that their timing is always like a little bit offbeat, if that makes any sense. And you have to be able to catch that. And she's having a hard time catching that. Like if you look at her matches, I looked at a lot of her matches, especially with Becky Lynch, because Becky Lynch has an issue with timing too, though. Like she works a little, and it's not that she's off timing. She just kind of moves to her own beat, if that makes sense. Like she kind of has her own rhythm. And if the other person isn't in the same rhythm as her, the matches look a little clunky.
Right.
But with Maxine, she can't seem to keep up. She can't catch up. She can't keep up. But she also can't like direct. Like Becky can direct. Like, hey, this is what we're going to do.
Right.
Maxine's having a hard time doing that.
Yep.
And I don't think it's no fault of hers. She just, like, once again, can it be taught? Maybe. But I don't know. I don't think sending her to NXT is gonna help her.
Kenny's question: how is it people like Shayna Baszler got cut and Maxine is still there? I think the reason why Shayna got cut and Maxine is still there is because Maxine can also serve as a manager, where Shayna is out of place as a manager. Like Maxine can work as just a manager, even though right now there isn't anything for her really to manage except Tozawa at this point in time on this show. But Shayna is Shayna the one they brought back as like she's helping out backstage a little bit?
So that she was on Ariel Hawani's show as well. And she talked about that. And she doesn't have a backstage producer job. But lives in Tampa. She lives in Florida. So she just goes there and just kind of does it, right?
Right.
Like she said, I'm always there. There's no ill will between her and the WWE, and she just kind of goes in the back and just helps the girls out, and like she said, she would love a producer job. She would love to get paid, but she just she
I
hey,
yeah
I'm not mad at her. I would love her. I mean, I think she has a great mind for the business. She'd be a great trainer,
yeah
physically gifted. Just for some reason, they dropped the ball on Shayna.
I think so.
They dropped she could have been like the female Brock Lesnar. She could have been just a
Oh.
monster heel that just beat everybody up.
Now, speaking of dropping the ball, it looked like WWE was dropping the ball on Bayley. But before the main event 2 weeks ago, Bayley had a little video packet that was interesting, where she's questioning herself and questioning her role as the role model. And then there's some weird laughter near the end of it. It's kind of like Joker-esque. And then it cut off. And that's good to hold on that until we get to this week's Raw.
Yes.
And so we get to the main event. Well, before we get to the main event, Rhea Ripley and Iyo had interaction. The Kabuki Warriors had some tension and pushed and shoved a little bit. Told Rhea to stay out of it. And then we get to the main event. Yeah, Punk and Knight versus the Vision. And it was your typical match. Seth Rollins had said he was leaving earlier. He was heading to the plane. He was leaving. Time to go. Seth didn't need to be there anymore. And of course,
he showed up.
He showed up in the match
and did exactly what he's supposed to do. Beat up CM Punk.
What he's supposed to do.
Beat up CM Punk.
Beat up CM Punk. Jey Uso made the save. And the baby faces stood tall once again. Jey Uso got to the ring a little faster this time around, so that's good.
Yeah, good for him. Didn't take 10 years to get
did
to
not
the
take me.
Didn't pose, didn't dance, didn't
I think I don't know.
Well, a match was made.
Huh?
A match was made at the end of, wasn't it?
Yeah, did they make the match then?
They made the match, yeah.
What was the match?
The match at Paris for the Fatal 4-Way. Jay.
That's right.
Jay versus LA Knight versus CM Punk versus Seth Rollins, which is weird because it should have been Roman, because I thought that was the match that they were working towards. But
it should have been Roman, but they swerved everybody this Monday with what they're going to end up doing for Roman. I don't know if it's been announced yet, but you wanted to mention AAA before we got to this week's Raw in the greatest city on planet Earth, Philadelphia.
So AAA, there was a match, the La Reina's Championship, which I think stands for La Reina's Championship. I think that's a women's championship in AAA. I don't know what that means. But there was an individual in this match who was American. Oh, she's actually Canadian. She was Natalya, the low-key legend. She comes out in this MMA gear. She comes out and she just like is ready for war. She's ready for battle. Where is that person on my TV screen on Monday nights? I would love to see the low-key legend on Monday Night Raw.
I'll tell you why, because this was brought up, and it's because WWE does not own that name. That's why she has not used it.
God,
I believe she owns
that gimmick. That is a great gimmick.
That's the gimmick that should have come out and fought Becky Lynch on Raw here in the great city of Philadelphia.
Correct. Where is that human? Like Natalya
is that I want to see. I'm tired of seeing Natty with the cowboy hat. Let's move on and evolve your character. You've been doing this a long time. Let's let her evolve her character. I agree with that 100%.
Man, she's a great wrestler. Like Natty is one of, like, she don't get underrated overused word. I got that, but like she's the definition of being underrated in the female division because she trained half of the women who wrestle
Yep.
in the women's division, and two, she's just a great damn wrestler. Now her character work once again could use some work, but the low key, like I saw that and I was like, dude, what are you doing? Like that's a gold mine in itself. Like that is a gold mine, and I get they don't own the name, but I guarantee you, if they said, "Hey, do you want to use this and come out on Raw?" She would say yes because one, it's just going to get the name over more for the indie bookings, get her
Yep.
more money, like, and everybody wins in this situation.
Everybody
I,
wins.
I think so, and I think then she becomes a serious contender, not only for Becky but for the women, the world title, which we're
She
going to get
deserves it.
to a little bit later. Yes.
Speaking of winners, Raw came to the most recent Super Bowl champion city, Philadelphia.
All right, guys. It was fun. It was a great stream. I appreciate you guys for no. Good. They did. Raw was in Philadelphia.
At the Xfinity Mobile Arena.
Okay. So I hate
fun.
the name changes of all of these different stadiums.
I hate it. Just
the Dairy Queen Bowl or whatever.
whatever.
Yeah.
Tell you what, since this arena has been open, neither team that resides there has won anything. You can change the name all you want, but the Flyers have sucked, and the Sixers aren't even a real basketball team. Just put the women's basketball team that isn't in Philly yet in place of the Sixers, and you'll get more. I digress. Right. I digress. We got a stacked card in Philadelphia.
It was. This was an event
a show to be at, and I wish I was, but I wasn't. Paul Heyman delivered one of his best promos ever and soaked up the Philadelphia crowd. He absolutely took a victory lap around that stadium.
As he should. Like, if anybody, especially in Philly, if anybody deserves it, it's him. The only person I think who probably didn't enjoy it so much was the recently deceased Tommy Dreamer.
Dude. Braun Breaker, I don't think intends to be that funny. Because when Paul Heyman ran down some of the ECW legends and then just took a shit on his best friend, Tommy Dreamer, and said, the recently deceased Tommy Dreamer. And then he goes, no, he's still alive. And Breaker leans over and goes, is he still alive?
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't know that. That's funny.
It is. Great moment.
This was a great moment and a great promo. He mentioned Sandman, Sabu, Rob Van Dam, the Dudley Boys.
You know, the only person I wish who never gets mentioned anymore. Nobody talks about Bill Alfonso. God, wow. I love me some Bill Alfonso.
Wow.
Yeah, come on. Okay. I enjoyed a good, the whistle coming out. He was entertaining. But I digress.
Kenny, you're right. The look on Steph's face when Paul Heyman said the late great Tommy Dreamer was crazy. So while Paul Heyman's going on, he hands the mic over to Seth Rollins, and our world champion is about to address Philadelphia when we get 15 minutes of Jey Uso walking down the steps.
You know what? You could talk. I would say people say whatever they want about Jey, but I love seeing the kids. I love seeing him stop next to some kids, and the kids look at, and he gives them a hug. That just made this kid's life, right? That just made this kid's day. That made the whole 2025 at school. He's going to talk about how he yeeted with Jey Uso.
Let me tell you what. He was the most out of time yeeting white kid I have ever seen in my life. Jey Uso's going up, my little kid's going down. Jey Uso's coming down, little kid's going up. He was so out of sync. but it was so adorable.
It is
It
every
was
single time.
adorable.
It is, man. And Joel Gertner, that's another great callback with the neck
Wow.
brace. Joe, great times, man. Those were great times. I
But
wish I could have gone to the ECW arena once.
I wish that I had gone to Raw. I do. I really wish that I had gone to Raw.
I think the best part of this whole promo was when Seth finally did get the mic and he started hyping Braun up.
Yo.
I thought that was hilarious because Braun was ready to run through the crowd. He's ready to run through everybody in that stadium or in that arena to beat up Jey Uso. Especially when he said your family's fat and out of shape. That's what sent him over.
That was great. Like, yes. I know I complained a little bit earlier about, the same carbon copy stuff with division opening up, but this was different. This was like this felt great.
Yes. Great. I enjoyed it.
He pushed his button so well. Yes. So then we got a main event, right? We got a main event out of this.
We did. Jay versus Bronson Reed. Yes. Yeah, it was Bronson.
Was it Bronson Reed or Braun?
No, it was Braun. It was Braun. It was Braun. I'm sorry.
Braun. Right.
Yeah, it was Braun.
Right. Okay. Then we get to the first match of the night, right? Iyo Sky versus Raquel Rodriguez was a good match.
You said it before. Iyo Sky is for sure not only the MVP, but she is the best women's wrestler right now on the active roster.
Yep.
And Lord knows I love me some Bianca Belair.
Same.
But what Iyo is she is doing God's work in that ring, man. She's phenomenal. Like everything she does is just great. Although the week before that, she did moonsault into Roxanne's face. Like she did. I mean, just straight into her face.
Yep.
But Raquel got a little comeuppance because Raquel, there is a little like some internet rumors that Raquel might be in line to be the next women's world champion. And I'm not even mad at that. Story-wise,
I'm not mad at it. So before the match, Asuka apologized.
She did.
And Iyo again said, I'm good. You guys stay here. I got this. And I've said this once. I've said it 100 times. I'll say it 100 more times. I love Io's entrance. When she's walking down the stage when she walks down looking all drunked out, she's so, when she was in Damage Control, she didn't look this happy.
Yes. I think that's part of her gimmick too, is just being I'm me. Like I'm Iyo Sky.
Yep.
I'm having a great time and I'm just really good at this. Like I love that. I really do. And she does look very happy. She's had the crowd loves her.
Yes.
Like, which is, I think it's weird because of the language barrier. She's not the best. Like, she doesn't try to be the best promo. She knows who she is. She knows what she is.
Yep.
But everybody loves her. Like they love Iyo Sky.
They do. She won clean. Even though Roxanne tried to interfere, she won clean. And then Roxanne came down and there was a little bit of a beatdown.
Great shot of Roxanne just in the, because she dove out on her and then she got Raquel. And there was a great shot after she won of Roxanne just kind of slithering up to the ring. And it's like, man, you know what, producers, you guys are doing okay.
Yep.
You guys are doing something.
The camera guy getting Rhea running down to the ring with the brightest red bra top, whatever that was.
Man, listen. Oof. One, Rhea's super over. When her music came on, that place went. That was the biggest pop. I think she generally gets the biggest pop. Like her and CM Punk are really kind of neck and neck to get the biggest pop every single week that they're on TV. When she does backstage segments, when they see her, they just go insane. Like she is immensely over. Like immensely.
I think what's going to end up happening is Iyo is going to leave the title picture for now and go into a thing with Asuka, which will probably be outstanding. really great women wrestlers. I mean, they're going to put on a hell of a bunch of matches.
I kind of hope she doesn't go out of it. I hope she wins the world title. And I
Well,
hope her and Oscar then feud over the world title.
we get
That's my hope.
we get to talk about that in a second, right? So we get Penta versus Xavier Woods.
Yeah. I love the New Day. Thank God for the New Day.
I mean,
Terrible title run, but boy, they're funny. Like they are hilarious.
the New Day Morn shirt might be on my list.
Yes.
That's a funny ass shirt.
I love
Corey
them so
wore it. Corey held it up and wore it.
So, man. I mean, Penta wins, of course. Like,
Penta won.
I thought it was a fun. Xavier Woods, great wrestler. I don't know. I don't know what they're ever gonna do with the New Day. Like, I get this morning thing, but like, where are we going? Like, where are we going? They're kind of directionless, but they're always fun when they're on screen. Like, they maximize their minutes, as they say.
Yes.
Like when
Yes,
they're
they
on
do.
the screen, they get you invested. Like through comedy, through wrestling, whatever it is. Even though I'm still not sold on Big G, as they call him, Grayson Waller. Like, he's goofy, but I mean, that I wonder how long that's gonna last.
I don't know. I don't know. After that, we get a Judgment Day tag team match against Dragon Lee and another different partner for Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee is just racking up frequent flyer partner miles.
Kind of like Ray Phoenix. A masked guy just getting a new tag team partner every week.
But we got the Raw debut of La Yesca.
That we did. We did. Massively over. The kids love him.
Hugely.
He's great. He's great in the ring. He's a great comedy wrestler. Kind of reminds me of Santino. With the Cobra.
Yep.
But man, I was hoping Demonito made an appearance on Raw.
We didn't get to see him.
Did not. But Finn's so good at putting over Layeska. Like he's so good at it. Like he just understands.
I love it. I love it.
He's so good at putting over Layeska.
Finn and JD win.
I'm gonna say this. Finn and JD are the best tag team in the WWE right now. Like I will die on this. Those guys are really good as a tag team in the ring.
I hated JD and his big ass head for the longest time, but I have totally come around on JD McDonough. He is such a good wrestler.
He's great. He's great. Like those two together. Like I don't want the Judgment Day. It's coming to an end at some point. Like then again. Maybe not. But that tag team has to, like, they're a great tag team. They understand tag team dynamics so much.
I'm glad they've leveled out the tag team. They need more tag teams. But yeah, they've been great. They've been great.
They have.
After the match, as the post beatdown match commenced, AAA Mega Champion Vikingo showed up and laid out by the greatest Intercontinental Champion in the world.
Exactly. He thought he was going to get one over on Dom.
Now,
Dom got his ass.
Usually, when a champion gets laid out by a challenger, that means challenger's going to lose the match.
Yeah.
I wonder if we're going to get the swerve to that, and Dominic is going to end up winning the belt, like you had mentioned earlier.
I mean, Worlds Collide, they're going to put on a banger. Like, I think that is going to be the match of that night.
Yep.
And it's hard to tell, but Kingo's a great wrestler. but Dom is on another level now. Like just seeing him in the ring now, he's on another level. Like and I don't even say that jokingly. Like
No, he is.
he really is on another level now. He is taking his game up. He is, I mean, just scratching the surface. He's about to become a main event player. And I think that
the look on his face when the crowd started chanting and singing Dirty Dom was genuine surprise. Like, wrestlers usually play that stuff off. He was genuinely surprised at those cheers in Philadelphia.
I love hearing, he did an interview, I want to say SummerSlam weekend on the 520 podcast, but Jeff Teague's podcast with some of his, I guess, high school friends. I love that show, but he was on there and he's just talking about how he loves being a heel. Like he loves being a bad guy. And they would talk about how he was getting cheered at WrestleMania. He was like, I didn't expect that. And I feel like he's been hated for so long, like the times that he does get cheered. And of course it's happening more and more. Like there's, I would say since WrestleMania, he gets cheered more than he gets booed. Like,
yeah,
except for when he talks. Like when he talks, because he's naturally heelish on the mic.
Right.
But when he's in the ring, he's getting cheered, I would say 70% of the time.
Him turning face is going to be a hard thing, though.
I don't think he should, though. I don't think he has to. He's like one of the two. He don't have to.
No,
like
he really
can still be him and still get over either getting booed or cheered. Like it doesn't even matter with his character.
He could do a small face run and instantly go back heel and still be fine.
Correct. I just, his character, where I just don't want him to change his character. Like we said with Jacob, and they changed his character. Like they changed Jacob's character, and it's not working the way they thought it would. But Dom, they don't need to change this. Let him just keep being him, and he's gonna be
totally
great.
agree. I want to answer Kenny's question before we move on to the next little segment. What SmackDown tag teams would you move to Raw?
Yeah, Raw needs help.
So I think the Street Profits would be good on Raw. And maybe Fraxium. Fraxium going against Finn and JD, I think could be a great high flying match.
Yep.
Street Profits, just because I like to see more of them. I don't know if I'd move Machine Guns, but I think they're kind of getting a Raw deal over on SmackDown right now too.
I would go with Fraxium. Like Fraxium would for sure be because they're getting the rawest deal of them all. Like they want to run, and now they just lose. Like
I would love to see Penta and his brother finally connect on Raw to go against Finn and JD. That would be great too. You would be a heel too if you had a deadbeat dad. You're not wrong, Matt. You're not wrong.
You're right. You're right.
But yeah, no, Fraxium at the top of the list to go. I would love to see go over there.
For sure. Like my fear, of course, is when they do the draft, they're just gonna switch the teams to different brands and then do the same matches. Like that.
That's what I don't want.
That's my fear.
Gotta chop it up.
Yeah. But Fraxium, I think, would serve better on Raw.
So after the match, we get another promo. We get another little vignette, as they call them. Bayley. This was absolutely awesome. Whatever Bayley turns into next is going to be so good. They're giving her this. I could see DIY over there too. I wouldn't mind that either. They're giving her the laughter in the background is very Joker-esque. I can see her coming now as a kind of a hybrid heel / face, like a little mixture of the little hugger and with the role model kind of mixed together. The voices playing in the background that she's like hearing in her head. Like, I love stuff like that. The fractured personality. If they had planned this out, and that's why they left her off of those 2 cards, this is long-term storytelling right here. This is wonderful.
I said it in the Discord. I think this is about to be generational. Like, we had a generational run with Naomi. Like, she had and I titled the thumbnail, was this her best run ever? And we're gonna get into Naomi in a little bit. But I think what Bailey's about to do is about to be generational, because she's a generational talent. Like, Bailey, to me, I've said this numerous. I think she's the best wrestler of the 4 horsewomen who who revolutionized the women's division. They reinvigorated that women's division in WWE, and she's often overlooked. I think what she's about. I loved Thunderdome Bailey. Ding Dong Hello was a absolutely phenomenal run for her, but nobody was there, right? Like, nobody was there to cheer on. Nobody's there to boo her. And I think now, if she gets this kind of tweenerish heel run, because I think people are going to end up cheering her, because people love Bailey, right? Like, people love Bailey.
I do not think they're going to turn Bailey into Naomi. Like, I think Naomi's character wasn't so much a split personality as Naomi just kind of fed all into the crazy. I think Bailey is going to be more of a split personality type of a character, where she's good and bad, where Naomi went full psychopath, which was great. Yes. Again, like you said, generational for Naomi, which we're going to talk about in a minute. But I think Bailey is going to do the same thing. Like you said, this is going to be a generational thing for Bailey, and she's going to take her characters and she's going to mesh them all into a ball, and you're going to get, boom,
something great.
Matt, she can hug me too.
For sure.
I'm a big fan of Pam now.
I've been a big Bailey fan for a very long time, and I think this is going to be great for her, and she deserves it, right? She deserves to not be a one-dimensional character, because Damage Control, I don't think, worked the way she thought it was going to work.
No, it didn't.
I don't think Damage Control worked the way. I don't even want to say the way WWE thought, because I think they ruined it more than anything. Like, I just think it was just poorly managed. And that could have been the springboard, for all of them. For the most, I mean, Iyo, of course, got the greatest rub, because she went from being a B player. Like, she was never a B wrestler, but she went from being a B player on the main event, on the main roster, to main eventing, a lot of stuff.
Yep. So we go from that great little video package to Bailey versus Natalya. And what we had said before is it would be nice to see Bailey pull out this MMA persona that she has. But,
I mean, Natalya was never going to beat the women's intercontinental champion.
Nope.
Once again, they've neutered her character on Raw, where she just kind of gets in that spin around clothesline, and then she takes the pin. Right, she gets that one move in every time.
Yep.
She might throw you on a sharpshooter every now and then to kind of add some tension. Then she gets beat. Right, and Becky's great. Right, Becky understands the assignment. I don't know where this is leading her to. I don't think this is going to, put her in a program with Natalya. But at the end of that match, Nikki came out. I'll be totally honest. I could care less about this match between Nikki.
Yeah, I don't care about it. The best thing about Nikki coming out was the fact that she wore an Eagle shirt.
That disgusted me, and I want her to get off my TV forever.
We had a moment where you know how WWE likes to show celebrities in the crowd. We had a moment where the cameras went behind the announce table and we saw Super Bowl champion cornerback Cooper DeJean holding the Lombardi trophy with Super Bowl champion security guard Dom standing next to him and a social media guy. I forget his name. But we had the Lombardi trophy in the house at the Xfinity Mobile Arena. The Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles represented well. Go Birds.
Okay. Oh, you were saying something. What happened in the next match? What's going
Go
on?
Birds. So
Good moment.
we had a
Good moment.
backstage brawl featuring Sheamus and Rusev again. That we got a match. No, Matt, I was not always a fan of Pam, and I am now a big fan of Pam.
So before we finish on this backstage segment, Sheamus stayed with the clean fit. Like, man, the vest, the hat works for him every single time. Like, I love the fit. He was standing next to the best looking thing in the entire city of Philadelphia, Jackie Redmond. She was interviewing, but Sheamus stayed with the clean fit, man. Looked like he just came out of an episode of Peaky Blinders, like every single time.
It does.
I love it. I love it.
It's fine. So we got a match in Clash in Paris, and we'll quickly go over that card in a minute. We got a good old fashioned Donnybrook. Sheamus versus Rusev. Bunch of man meets slapping together meets men.
In a Donnybrook. Adam Pearce is stressed. Adam Pearce is so stressed. he is damn near lost his voice.
And then we get Naomi comes down to the ring. And they go to the video package where they have the what's the haps with Stephanie McMahon? What's your story with Stephanie McMahon?
Correct.
And they let Big Jim made the announcement that they're pregnant. And I honestly think that's amazing and it's awesome. I think it's great. I think it's the best news in the world. Everybody suspected it. It's awesome. Now Adam Pearce went to take the belt from her and she didn't even break character for a second. And she basically told him to get the F out the ring.
Great moment.
It was awesome.
I laughed so hard because like she went unhinged because you could tell she was holding back tears the entire time. And she just snapped on him. My hormones I said, oh man, as a husband who's gone through this twice, I know it's when they tell you to leave the room, you probably should leave the room.
You absolutely listen.
Yes.
And when they tell you don't stand on this side of the sheet, you listen to them. Damn it. I didn't. That's another story for another time. I stood at the wrong end of the table.
I completely understand.
But Naomi gave a little speech. She laid the belt down, and somebody took a picture of it and said that she laid the belt down on the name of the person that took her out. And she actually laid the belt down more on the word Jim on the Slim Jim ring, which I thought was awesome. I don't know if she did that on purpose, but I thought it was great.
It was great.
Look, man, I couldn't be happier for all the problems they have been having that you're reading about now and that you're finding out. All the fertility stuff and all the issues like that. Good for them. I hope everything works out great. The backstage videos that you're starting to see, watching Jim in the back in the grill position laughing. The Roman Reigns watching in the locker room, smiling and telling them how much he loves them. Like, I love all that. That's good stuff.
It is. And like she said, the bloodline continues.
The bloodline.
WrestleMania 72. We'll have little Baby Uso.
Uso versus CM
in the main event. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Then we get to the main event. All right. Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker. Now, to Jay's credit, an Extreme Rules match is very hard on you cardio-wise. Jay wisely came out the right way with his shopping cart.
Yep.
Jay took his time and got his steps in on the way to the ring.
He did. Had the little bandana on, kind of
Had to throw. It was a tribute to New Jack.
tribute to New Jack. You know what, man? R.I.P. to New Jack. New Jack. I won't say he's misunderstood because he was crazy as hell.
He was a
Like
gangster.
he was
a gangster.
he was like Paul said in his promo. He was the original gangster. He was wrestling's true original gangster. But yeah, New Jack, man, he was crazy. He was wild.
He was crazy. This was a crazy ass match too.
Yes, it was.
That first bump that Braun took when he flipped him over the rope into the shopping cart, he could have killed him.
Yes. I literally, I shit you not. I have a hard time doing many things on Monday that doesn't involve my phone. So I'm like sitting there watching it, and I looked down on my phone, and all I heard was "oh," and then I watched it. I was like, "That's crazy. That could have really put you in the hurt locker."
Yep.
For real.
Yep.
But luckily, he was okay.
I mean, this was just a beat your ass with everything you can beat your ass with match.
Braun just continues to impress me.
He's going to hold a belt for a while.
Correct.
He's going to get a run, and he's going to hold it for a while.
For sure.
And I have a feeling when he gets his belt, I don't think it's going to be off of Seth. I think it's going to be off of Roman. I think Roman's going to do the job for him.
I think as he should.
Or either one's a huge rub. So
correct. Correct.
So Braun and Jay fought all around the ring, fought in the ring, and then here comes the tribal thief.
Of course. I mean, it was a street fight. It was an Extreme Rules match. What did you expect to happen?
This is a match that I didn't mind being overbooked, and I said it in our chat. I said, overbook this match, please. Overbook this match. Here comes Bronson Reed. Here comes LA Knight. Here comes Seth Rollins. Here comes CM Punk. And we got madness and chaos everywhere. And Punk accidentally knocks LA Knight off the ring apron through the table.
Accidentally.
And Braun slid out of the ring, and he was ready to take that run around the ring and give someone the spear of spears. And here comes the tribal chief.
I didn't think Roman was going to be here.
I did.
Because once they announced the Fatal 4-Way did not include him, I was like, okay, maybe he's out shooting Street Fighter.
He's actually there last night, and next week he's advertised for.
Correct. I did not. They were calling for him, and I was like, why are they calling for OTC? I don't think he's here. But I do notice every time Paul Heyman calls Braun the big dog, the real big dog shows up. Like that's become a thing.
And he gave Braun a spear to just knock him out of his shoes.
Nasty. That was nasty. That was a great camera angle. Once again, props to the production team.
Yep.
And boy, yeah, Braun, because Braun was creeping. I love when Braun slides. He does that little creep thing, and he's like, "Oh, I'm about to get somebody," and he got.
He got. Jay put him through the table, pinned him for the win. Now, after the match, there was some trash talk yelling between Roman and Bronson Reed, where Roman yelled at him, "I don't fight for shoes, I fight for championships," which was kind of funny.
Great line.
Homie, go get your shoes back. Put them shoes up above the ring. Give us the Nikes on a ladder match. Okay? Hang them Nikes above the ring and go get your Shula Fala.
I despise that idea, but at the same time, that'll be so much fun. That'll be so much fun.
So it was a hell of a good Raw in one of the greatest cities on planet Earth, Philadelphia, PA, home of the reigning Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles.
I mean, they're not the WNBA champion like New York, but I mean, okay, whatever.
Home of one of the best teams in baseball right now, Philadelphia Phillies.
I wish I could say the same, but okay.
They did sweep the Texas Rangers, I believe.
Yeah,
That's a story for another day.
we've been getting a few wins every
That's all.
now and then.
Not as many as us. That's okay.
No.
So I thought Raw was great.
It was phenomenal.
I
It's
do want
exactly
them
what we
to
need.
change up the format a little bit. I still want to hear Roman talk more, but I'm a fanboy for Roman.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, so I can't disagree with that. Roman hasn't said a word in a very long time.
Not
I
really,
think
no.
his words are impactful when he does. So maybe they're saving it. Maybe they're saving it for that go home show before Clash in Paris.
Maybe.
But now we have WrestlePalooza, and I was just thinking, I was like, man, it's kind of refreshing that we don't have 5 pay-per-views within like a 1 month span. And now we're about to have like another 5 pay-per-views.
So
Like we're just adding them in there.
bef-
And
the WrestlePalooza was announced, but WWE has changed local start times for 3 Raw shows in September. So what we get is the September 15th Raw in Springfield, Massachusetts is now a 6:30 p.m. start time, Eastern time. September 22nd in Evansville, Indiana is a 5:30 start time, 6:30 Eastern. And the September 29th Raw in Raleigh, North Carolina is now listed as a 6:30 Eastern start time.
whoa, you know what? I didn't even think of that. When you said 6:30, because Raw comes on here at 6 o'clock every week for me, like because I'm in Mountain Time.
So you're 2 hours.
I'm 2 hours behind the Eastern Time.
Okay,
Wow,
so
I didn't.
now that's
think of that.
5:30 for you then.
Yeah, man, that's good.
No,
Okay.
4:30.
No, yeah, if it's 6, yeah, 4:30.
4:30. So apparently they're doing this to be out of direct competition with Monday Night Football,
Monday Night Football, yeah.
which makes sense. But damn, I'm gonna come home from work and barely get my nap in.
So I like, luckily for me, I mean, 4:30 is fine with me.
Yep.
Like the time difference doesn't, even if I don't catch it live, like the time difference doesn't really matter.
Right.
But man, yeah, I didn't even think of that. When I saw 6:30, I just 30 minutes later, like that makes sense. But okay. I mean, earlier is better. I'm so glad I don't live on the East Coast, because y'all, man, it gets late quick there, man. Like
It
I
does.
watch Raw at 6 o'clock. It's done by 8:30, and I still got a good night ahead of me.
So how long do we have to Clash in Paris? Is it next? It's not this weekend, right?
No, it's not this weekend. Is that the 12th? Is that the week of the 12th? Let me look. I'm not the fastest typer.
Probably looked at.
No, it's next weekend. It's on the 31st. It's
Okay.
next Sunday.
So we have we have 4 matches right now. Right? We got the Fatal 4-Way.
Yes,
Roman versus Bronson was confirmed.
that's probably gonna happen. Yeah.
No, Kenny said that was confirmed.
Okay.
Cena versus Paul, and a good old fashioned Donnybrook. We got to have a women's match. So Stephanie Vaquer is scheduled to fight the women's champ. She was scheduled to fight Naomi, but they're going to have a match on Raw this week coming up to determine who will face Stephanie Vaquer for the women's belt, because the belt it's vacated. So
Yes.
there's going to be. They didn't say if it was a tournament or what. And
that's
Kenny has 2 questions. I'm gonna go with Kenny's question here. Kenny's question number 1: do you think Clash in Paris is the best built PLE of the year? I'm gonna let you answer that first.
No, I don't.
No?
I don't. I mean, when you mean best build, do you mean the best build up to it? I mean,
I think it's better than the last few.
well, I mean, the last few have been like 2 weeks. All right, we got a pay-per-view in 2 weeks. So, I mean, this has had probably the most runway since the Elimination Chamber. Like this is had a runway to actually build to it. But I mean, the WWE's kind of been they've been terrible at booking, like building up these PLEs. Like this has been a problem this year. It's because they have too many.
I
But
yeah.
but I mean, they put on great PLE, just like AEW. AEW is terrible at building towards their pay per views, but then they put on a great show, and then you forget about the terrible build, right?
I
Like,
I think this PLE is one of the better built of the year so far. That's his first question. His second question is, will there be more than 5 matches on Clash? Well, there's already 4, and there's definitely one more, the women's match. Yes, I think there'll be 6.
yeah,
He likes to stick to 5, I think, right? Is where he usually leaves it off at.
yeah.
I think you might get Becky.
Well, we don't have a Cena match. Oh yeah, we do.
Yes, we do. Cena
Logan Cena.
Logan.
Yeah, Logan Cena.
So you
Okay.
get the Fatal 4-Way,
Yeah.
which is probably going to be the main event.
Yes, for sure.
Cena Logan's probably going to start it off.
I could see that.
Roman Bronson will probably be before the Fatal 4-Way.
Mm-hmm.
The Donnybrook will be second. And the
Probably.
women's match will be third, right? Women's championship
Yeah,
will be
yeah.
third. If it doesn't start it off. You could get Drew versus Cody is another one. You might get 6 or 7 matches this time.
Because I mean, it is Paris. I mean,
Yep.
they're going to a different country, so they might not stick to the 5-match format of most of the minor PLEs, I guess you could say. So I mean, yeah, we might get 7. Like we might get 7. I mean, best. I mean, yeah, you guys are making good points because the rest of them were terrible. So yeah, I mean,
They were,
I guess
but
I guess it could.
I
be.
can see a Drew versus Cody, and possibly
Even a Sammy versus a solo.
maybe
Maybe.
you might get 6 matches, 7 matches, maybe. Gotta have it. The women's match is a definite, so there's already for sure 5.
Yeah.
I think you get 1, maybe 2 more.
Yeah, I
I'm
think Cody
excited for the crowd.
for sure.
I'm excited for the crowd.
Yeah, I think we get Cody there. Yeah, I think we get Drew Cody there, and that's going to be a banger.
Yep.
Drew
Unless
has
they
never
save
won
that
a Clash.
Unless they save that for Honky
WrestlePalooza.
Wrestle
Yeah,
Honky Tonk
Wrestle.
one.
I like
What do
that
you
better.
call it?
Wrestle Hootenanny.
Wrestle Hootenanny 1.
Yes. Oh man, it starts at 2 p.m. Eastern. Oh yeah, I like those early times, man.
Oof.
I like early wrestling events, so I can have the rest of my day, or the rest of my evening, for some good old WWE 2K. You know? But yeah, I mean, I get you guys have sold me. This is probably the best build because we've actually had builds to these matches,
Yeah.
other than the women's match. I mean, of course, that was an unforeseen thing with Naomi vacating the title, but I mean, all of the other matches have, other than Jay getting inserted into this main event, all of the other matches I think have been really solidly built. I would have preferred Roman in this match. I think the star power of that 4-way would have been just
I like
through the
Roman
roof.
not being there yet.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. He's been smiling a lot. I don't like it. He smiled a lot at the end of Raw. Like he was smiling with Jay and he did the yeet, and I was like, no, stop. Don't do
did.
that. Don't stop doing that, Roman. like you're the tribal chief. You don't have to play down to these idiot fans.
That's true.
You don't. But I think we've talked long enough. We've gone 2 hours and 5 minutes. Thank you
sir.
so much, Matt, for being in the chat. Thank you so much, Kenny, for always keeping the conversation going. We had Brandon Gordon was in the chat earlier.
Appreciate you.
Thank y'all so much for popping into the Island of Relevancy. I am so close to getting this podcast actually on the podcasting service. I've been, because I'm working on my movie podcast too. So I'm gonna get both of these things on podcast service. Maybe not this week, but for sure next week. So stay tuned for that. Keep a lookout for that on Apple Music and Spotify. But for sure, we definitely appreciate you, Frank. I appreciate you so much for being here. This is
Right
the
back at you.
greatest time of the week for me when we get
Me
to
too.
talk about wrestling.
Yes, sir.
All right. Until next week, same bad time, same bad channel. We will see you guys later, and I hope you guys watch some wrestling and enjoy it.